Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chiefs Blitz Breaking News Show. Here are your hosts, Mr. Bowtie Sports, a.k.a. Hense Todd, and the Juice Kid, the KC Mango.
Well, you don't see Mango there.
Where is he? Where is he? Is he over here somewhere? Okay.
It's me and Nick back again. We back to break some more fantastic Chiefs news. You know, the Chiefs have signed cornerback Kristian Fulton to a 2-year deal. He's here to hit the kid that had the interception on with Patrick Mahomes and Rashee Rice. But he ran into Rashee Rice's knee. But hey, I remember he got drafted in the 3rd round from LSU by the Tennessee Titans.
Yep.
This kid, he was playing on the other side of the other cornerback that's played for the Texans. I keep on his name is slipping my mind right now. But again, I think this is a big steal for the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, what you think about this, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, cornerback was definitely something that we thought would be something they would address in the NFL draft. And now this kind of allows them to maybe move into another area. Plus, you got to remember the Chiefs have 4 unrestricted free agents next year, 3 cornerbacks and a safety, and Watson and Cook could be a free agent. Najee Johnson's going to be a free agent, and Williams is going to be a free agent as well. So the Chiefs kind of did worst case scenario, they'll have McDuffie and Fulton as the outside corners for the next 2 years, which is good business. They've got some young corners that they're still trying to develop, and we'll see how those pan out. But for the most part, the Chiefs have struck gold when it comes to the cornerback and safety position, via the NFL draft and even in free agency, when they added, their starting safety back a couple of years ago. And, you just look at the way Brett Veach is maneuvering the salary cap. How he's doing it, I don't know. Remains to be seen. I'm assuming Patrick Mahomes and Chris Jones have redone their contracts. I'm also hearing the Chiefs may be interested in a couple other players that could be signed before Wednesday's official opening bell. So it could be an even just as active day today as it was yesterday in Kansas City. I'm all in.
Again, if you just joined in, the breaking news is the Kansas City Chiefs has signed cornerback Kristian Fulton to a 2-year, $20 million deal, upside up to $20.5 million with $15 million fully guaranteed. Hey, I wonder if he's gonna wear number 7. You know what I mean? I wonder if he's gonna wear number 7 in a Chiefs. That'd be a good one to watch to see if he actually come in and do that. But again, Kristian, he's. I watched him back in LSU when he was playing there. I think it was 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. 2 years ago when he got maybe right when COVID started. It was that COVID draft when he came out of. It was. I know. He came out of that draft from LSU. He was one of the top 5 corners that was coming out that draft that year. And the Tennessee Titans picked him right before the Chiefs was picking at 66 with pick 61. So
he's a great player. 4 years in Tennessee. They let him go. He signed a 1-year deal with the Chargers. 56 games played. He started 15 games for them last year. 201 career tackles, 155 of those solo, 5 career interceptions. So he's got 1 career sack back in his rookie year at Tennessee. So he fits the mold of what Steve Spagnuolo is looking for, when it comes to, a cornerback who's solid in coverage, but also can support the run. He's going to be one of those guys. I actually thought this morning, what's the surprise position? And I thought, the cornerback market was starting to thin out, but for the Chiefs, you can kind of see a pattern with what Brett Veach is doing. 2-year deals, 1-year deals. Why the salary cap is, we still don't know where the money's going to come from, just making assumptions at this point. But obviously they have a pretty good plan because they're signing guys who are going to count, toward this year and next year with significant dollars. So I assume Brent Veach knows what he's doing and there's nothing to prove me otherwise at this point. But, again, this guy's got some history with the Chiefs. He was part of that infamous injury to Rashee Rice, and this is a good player. I'm a little surprised the Chargers didn't want to keep him because he was a pretty big part of their defense last year. He also is the guy that gave up the touchdown to Xavier Worthy, but he had great coverage on him. So I'm going to give him props for that 56-yard bomb that Patrick Mahomes threw to him in, I think, week 4. But he had terrific coverage. It was just a great play by Xavier Worthy. But again, 2 years, $20 million. Breakdown, it's probably 7.5 this year, and I bet you 12.5 next year. Probably could be how I think it all breaks down. And again, this gives some Chiefs some cushion because they've got some potential free agents in the secondary, and they're going to have to try to sign McDuffie. And Brett Veach has not been known to sign cornerbacks to extensions. Mm-hmm. So, this is kind of looking ahead a little bit. Fulton is only 26 years old, or 27, going to be 27 this year, I think. Again, great move by Brett Veach. You can't have enough good bodies, and you can steal somebody from your division rival. This just makes it even better.
Right, even better. This is good secondary. I'm not only missing tackle, defensive tackle, and I can say they go, because they like I was telling Coach before the show, before we started the show, I was like, they got all their key pieces. Now they got to find the road guys, right? They have Chris Jones at D tackle. That's a key piece that a lot of NFL teams that don't have. Mm-hmm. Then they have a top 5 middle linebacker in the NFL, and Nick Bolton in the middle of the field. Then they got top 3 corner on the outside with McDuffie, and they got the young secondary around it to build with that. And also they got one of the top pass rushers in up and coming pass rushers in George Kalafis as well. So now they just need a D tackle. They're probably gonna go there in the draft. I would be looking at a kid like from Kentucky, Deion Walker, standing about 6'7", 345 pounds. Yes, guys, 6'7", 345 pounds.
You put that guy in the middle next to Chris Jones, maybe he doesn't get double teamed. But I want to clarify for the Chiefs next year. Nazeeh Johnson is a free agent. Justin Reed, we don't know if he's coming back. Jalen Watson is going to be a free agent. Joshua Williams is going to be a free agent. Chris Roland Wallace, I think, as well. So right now, I think you pencil Kristian Fulton in as your starter, at this point opposite Trent McDuffie. And, I think that's how the Chiefs are going to roll. But again, it doesn't mean they won't draft another cornerback, because that's what Brett Veach likes to do. But again, I was curious as to see how this free agency was going, how Brett Veach would analyze the next window of opportunity for this football team. And it appears to me, based on what we've seen so far, this is a 2-year window where the Chiefs are going to get out of a lot of contracts in 2027. They're going to have a plethora of cap space. There's going to be a lot of bodies that need to be re-signed. So this kind of puts them in a position to where for 2 years they've got a starting left tackle, they've got another cornerback, and then they have to sit there and decide what are they going to do with Karlaftis? What are they going to do with McDuffie? You hope. I mean, what are they going to do with Justin Reed? He's still out there. I'm shocked. I got to be honest with you. Some of the safety money I think is a little excessive right now. $15 million per, $345 for a lot of these guys, 2 for $30. I don't think Justin Reed's going to get that. I wouldn't be surprised if he did, but maybe he comes back on a team-friendly deal. If they don't think that Cook can play like he did a year ago, and they have some other concerns at safety. So we'll see, how that plays off. But Jaden Hicks, he's got to step up this year, and hopefully he can. So again,
but if you just now joining in, the Kansas City Chiefs have signed Kristian Fulton on a 2-year Fulton.
Yeah, I think I spelled that wrong too.
Upside to upside to $20.5 million with $15 million fully guaranteed.
Right.
So like Nick said, it's gonna be some guys is out there that's gonna be free agents next year. I know for sure they better not let Trent McDuffie walk. I know they better stand him this year.
Man,
$100
million is a lot of money.
Hey, you got to do something. Let's get some of these comments what everybody's saying.
All right, let's do it. Let's see. Weston Brewster, nice addition to the DB room. Again, another comment. McDuffie goes back in the slot. That's true. This gives him that flexibility. Man, Vinny, you keep trying to push your salsa man. Pony up, and we'll spread the love. I think for Weston, again, they need to draft multiple defensive linemen in the draft. I think that's where they're going to go in this draft. I think they're going to go heavy defensive line to kind of reshape that. Charles Omenihu is still a free agent. It looks like the market for him is maybe 2 years, maybe $20 million. I don't think he's going to get much more than that. Walker from Kentucky, bring him into the Sack Nation.
That's why I just said 6'7", 345 pounds. Yes, bring him right in.
Bring Brian Baldinger to do NFL Network. Hey, he's your brother-in-law. Call him. You keep telling me you're going to call him. So do it, Vinny. You do that, and I will pump the salsa. How's that? All right.
but again, this kid is the kid that intercepted Patrick Mahomes, ran it back. Patrick Mahomes tried to tackle me. He ran into Rashee Rice's knee, and now he said, "Hey, I want to join up with the kingdom. I want to be a part of the kingdom." And the Chiefs have a good corner. He's a solid corner. He was a top 5 corner coming out the draft that year when he was coming out. I think it was Derek Stingley. That's who he is. Played for the Houston Texans. He played on the other side of Stingley at LSU.
Stingley pretty good player.
And he dropped in the 3rd round because off the field issues. He dropped in the 3rd round all the way to 61. The Titans picked him up. Now he played 4 years with the Titans. Now then he played 1 year with the Chargers, and now he's gonna be playing 2 years here in Kansas City. And Spags know how to use their corners. He's a good corner. I've been watching some of his tape before I came on the show. But again, if you're now joining again, go ahead and read it.
Yeah, the Chiefs again are signing cornerback Kristian Fulton on a 2-year, $20 million deal, upside $20.5 million with $15 guaranteed. Ian Rappaport rap sheet broke the news earlier this afternoon. Also yesterday, James Winchester has re-signed with the Chiefs. They're a long snapper for 1 year with basically the NFL minimum. And I've been hearing some rumblings that there could be there could be a really big surprise free agent signing by the Chiefs. I don't have all the intel yet, and I've only heard from people who I think are more on the outside of it than the inside of this. But
bring in Nick Chubb. If it's a surprise, I'll take Nick Chubb.
No, I don't think I think it's going to be on offense, but I don't think it's going to be a running back. So we'll see. I'm waiting on a few more text message returns, and maybe we'll be able to break some news later. But I think the Chiefs are going to go. Theme is going to be offense and defensive line. Find some guys that fit the mix here, in some of the positions of need that they normally would draft, because I think their focus is going to be on the next 3, or on that offensive defensive line. I think they're going to take a cue from the Philadelphia Eagles. So interesting. We'll see how that turns out. But again, this is great news. The Chiefs have 4 potential free agents after next year. This would keep Fulton in a Chiefs uniform for the next 2. If he plays outstanding, maybe this is somebody that they can extend. But again, very good player at LSU, very good player with a really bad Tennessee Titans football team. Went to the Chargers last year, played really well for them. Kind of one of those glue guys, but he was their starter. And I love this move. Again, kudos to Brett Veach. He's not breaking the bank with any of these guys he's signed so far, even in the free agents they brought back, and Nick Bolton and Hollywood Brown, guys getting really good contracts. So I think hence we should also mention one of our favorite players, Tashawn Wharton, signed with the Carolina Panthers. Right. Here's an undrafted kid from the middle of Missouri, a Carolina kid. plays in a Division II school, and he gets a massive 3-year, $55 million contract from the Panthers. One of the best locker room guys, a good guy. And, you don't want to cheer. You don't want to cheer for guys who leave, but in this case, he deserves every dollar he got. So congrats to him.
Yeah, I know you said yesterday that you didn't think he was going to get that type of money, but he did.
He was going to get that kind of money. I admit my fault here,
but
I thought no way.
By the way, Carolina got him. Signed him to a 3-year deal. So a lot of people probably was looking at him and saying, "Oh, we don't know what he's going to be." Playing next to Chris Jones, but that's a hole they're going to have to fill. The gap between Chris Jones, it could be, one of these guys that's going to come out the draft. I thought it would be, Allen from the Commanders that got let go, but he got picked up by the Vikings earlier this morning. Now, who's still out there? Or are you going to find somebody that's in the draft to fill that hole there? So also they're going to need another wide receiver. And also they're going to need like a swing tackle or another left tackle to come in to battle up with everybody else. So I feel like they on the right up. A lot of people didn't see this coming, right? They didn't see
not this move.
They didn't see them signing tagging and Trey Smith. They didn't see them signing Nick Bolton, right? They didn't see them bringing back Hollywood.
I did,
right?
I did.
Everybody's surprised about Joe Tooney got traded in the Chicago Bears, but again, the Kansas City Chiefs continue to make big moves. Mango said, "Diggs, baby, Diggs."
I would love Stephon Diggs in a Chiefs uniform. As he also says, it could be DeMarcus Robinson for a 1-year reunion. I would rather have Kupp if he becomes a free agent. I think he's a better fit for Patrick Mahomes. He gives him that third down, I need to throw the ball somewhere, guy who can always catch it. He's not going to be the focal point in the offense like he was with the Rams. And a lot of that had to do with Puka Nacua, who just came out of nowhere and just played lights out for them last year. Plus, Devontae Adams obviously being there now. So we'll see what happens. I'll answer Weston's question. Is it a trade or free agent signing on offense? I'm gonna go with offense. That's the only hint I'm gonna give you at this point, because I don't like to spread rumors that I don't have 100% confirmation on, or at least confirmation that the Chiefs are on the table here in regards to personal a player of interest. But I will say, I think the big news is going to come on the offense. So we'll see what happens.
And King Mo asks as we going live in a few hours. If the news break, we will be back here. Keep tuning in to Chiefs Blitz prime time, or both time. You'll see the news break there. Once you see one of those pages go live, then we live with a news break. When you see a player get signed by the Kansas City Chiefs, that's when hey, I got to get back to YouTube and I got to hear what my favorite guys have to say at Chiefs Blitz about my players. Give it the update. But again, a lot of people, you said key on offense. I feel like they still need a D tackle. I don't know if it's something out there that's going to fit the scheme that's still out there on the market.
Yeah, I don't think in free agency I don't think they're going to find it. I think that's a reach. There's a lot of really big money that's gone out for some marginal guys, and I just think that either Brett Veach feels confident as to where a good defensive lineman is going to fall. They don't have a lot of draft capital this year. They need them all to hit. They could get a compensatory pick in the 7th round, so they would have 1 at 2 7s, but they don't have a 5 or a 6, courtesy of the Uche trade to the Patriots for the 6th and the 5th round. Obviously, I think that was for D-Hop. So we'll see, and who knows, D-Hop may come back too. But so let me ask you a question, Hense. And again, I'm Nick Athen with Chiefs Blitz and Hense Todd. So as you walked into Monday morning, did you think we'd hear the Chiefs make moves early, or did you think, like a lot of Chiefs fans, the second or third wave of free agency before we heard anything from Brett Veach and the Chiefs?
Remember on Friday, I asked this question. I was like, they're gonna come out aggressive.
Yeah, I know, but some people may not have watched the show, so.
Yeah. I said they're gonna come out aggressive. I felt they're gonna come out aggressive. After that Super Bowl loss, I felt like they was not gonna just sit back and just say, "Oh, I'm gonna just take off the fallen fruit where everybody else is picking off the best fruit off the tree." So I felt like they that's what they came out to doing this year, and I feel like they're gonna be aggressive in the draft as well. I don't just see them sitting there at 31. I see them probably moving up, probably in the top 20s. To get somebody they really like, and somebody actually like a key wide receiver or offensive tackle or D line fall there. I can see them move up in the draft and doing that as well. But again, the Chiefs is doing big moves. They're making big moves today.
They got to match the Broncos, man. The Broncos have been slaying free agency. They have been slaying the defensive side of the ball in free agency. Yeah. I'm impressed. That is
a lot of people are slaying free agents, but they always come back. That
might be the best defense. No, hold on. Let me give them props. You know, guys, I don't like Sean Payton one bit. I just don't care for the guy at all. But I'm thinking that defense is stacked. Greenwell to me was a huge signing for them. That's somebody I'd kind of hope. And they didn't break the bank anywhere. But you know, they got some ballers on that defense right now. The Chiefs offense is going to have to play really well against Denver's defense. And they won't have a totally cupcake schedule like they had the year before. They've actually got a few challenges on this year's schedule. So it'll be a little bit different, and you don't know what, you know, their rookie quarterback's going to do. But, you know, one guy we don't have to worry about facing defensively anymore is Kristian Fulton, the newest member of the Kansas City Chiefs. He signed a 2-year, $20 million deal that can earn bonuses up to 20.5 if everything is executed properly. But he does get $15 million guaranteed from Kansas City. Kind of falls in line to what the Chiefs did yesterday, addressing the tackle position and also the running back position as well. So day 2 starts with a very surprise signing, and there is the infamous interception that changed the 2024 season for the Chiefs. Oops. But hey, I saw some video today from people asking Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice was doing some exercises today that I could only hope I could have done in my best days as a youth. He looked really strong out there in some of the workouts that he's been posting. So it sounds like he's ahead of schedule. It'll be interesting to see if he works with Patrick Mahomes at all down there in Texas. I think he'll probably be there. Maybe he gets some time with Bobby Stroop too, to just kind of see where things are at. But Rashee Rice looks like he's on track. Now he will be suspended for a minimum of 4, max 6 games, in my opinion. But nonetheless, the Chiefs offense should be pretty good this year, knowing they've going to have their trio of Hollywood Brown, Rashee Rice, and the X-Man out there on the field at the same time.
Yeah, that's going to be a dangerous duo, and I think they need to add one more to that. So
I agree.
A Cooper Kupp, Diggs. I can see Diggs, but I don't know what his knee issue or how that's going to be. Is it fully healed or is he ready to go? Also, it's D-Rob. You know what I mean? He's getting up in age, but he does.
How old is D-Rob? Was he 31, 32?
I think 31.
He was the same year as Patrick.
Yeah, so I think he's the same the same age as Patrick. But again, if I'm the Kansas City Chiefs, this give them more room to what they can do with their 6 picks, right? Because they only have 6 picks right now, unless they trade some people away. So no, there probably be some breaking news.
I don't know. I mean, Joshua Williams, maybe with the Fulton signing, maybe they trade Joshua Williams. Maybe they get a pick. Isaiah Pacheco, I mean, it's very possible, he could be traded. I don't think they're going to make any of their crazy bold moves, in that regard, because I just don't think they have anything that a lot of teams want. But, they've got some young corners, and they've got, Cook. Again, are you going to be able to re-sign Cook? I mean, are you going to pay Cook $15 to $16 million a year? I mean, absolutely not at this point. I don't think he's that guy. I mean, I think Jaden Hicks is the guy. He's got to be that guy in the defensive backfield, making the plays that, we started to see last year. He's going to be a huge focal point for Kansas City's defense. And if Justin Reed does not come back, and there aren't any indications that they are, all right, Weston, shush, we're not bringing back MBS. Thank God it's a breaking news show. I don't have to hear that. And the context of the comment was completely taken out of all reality and relevancy in the moment in which I uttered those words when the Chiefs were depleted at the wide receiver position.
But again, man, I think this is a good signing for the Kansas City Chiefs. Spags probably banged the table for this guy to see what United. But again, like you said, all these guys are going to be on free agents next year. It makes sense to sign somebody right now in a 2-year deal. Get it done and see what they have from that. Also drafted somebody in the draft as well.
Right.
It's some good corners that's coming out this draft. Also some good. It's stacked with D-line and pass rushers and a little bit of offensive tackles, but it's stacked with a little bit of wide receivers too. If you start dropping into,
I think the wide receiver depth's pretty good. I think you can go 4 or 5 rounds.
I'd say 3rd round, and then if you don't get nobody in 3rd round, everybody else is like that. It's going to be same stack type of player, recognized player. But again, somebody said wouldn't mind seeing Keenan Allen.
I would love that.
Looks like Joey Bosa is heading to the Bay. That's a Mango said.
San Francisco, play with his brother.
So
Keenan, I would take Keenan Allen in a heartbeat. Absolutely.
I won't.
With his age, he still makes plays. He's a leader. I think he'd be a great mentor, along with Hollywood Brown to Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy, who have had some things come up in the off season, and both of them appear to have gotten through it, and taken care of business. And I would not. I mean, I've always liked Keenan Allen. He had a lot of tough luck. He's missed a lot of NFL seasons with injuries. And so he may be 32, 33, but he's probably got the NFL career of a 29 or 30-year-old. So we'll see.
So with that said, man, again, if you just joined in, breaking news, the Chiefs are signing cornerback Kristian Fulton. I can't keep get his name.
Fulton. There you go.
On a 2-year, $20 million deal, upside of the $20.5 million with $15 million guaranteed. So stay tuned to the Chiefs show, Chiefs Blitz, on Twitter and Facebook, Instagram, and also YouTube, where we will have all your latest Chiefs breaking news. So if you see something Chiefs signing,
we'll be back.
So with that said, guys, go watch some highlights on this guy. I'll probably put something up there later on this evening. With that said, guys, Vet Veach is not sitting on his hands. He's been a little aggressive. He's out here finding the key pieces of what the Chiefs need to get done. So with that said, guys, we will see you, and we had some more breaking news. All right,
we may be back today.
All right.
Yeah.